las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Oh, somebody, it's time to move your body. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Favorite, and we thank y'all every week for joining us right here on Inside the Trenches on ESPN Baton Rouge's live YouTube. And yes, baby, the summer is in full swing. I'm excited about this week, right, that just passed. Fire little week. Obviously, we're going to talk about Alumni Weekend tonight. And I'm also excited that, just for another Monday Fun Day, baby. I want to take this time to thank our sponsors and for all that they do for the show. Big ups to get Gordan, baby, and get it done. Gordan McKernan Injury Attorneys. Remember, that number is 504-800-8888. If you have been involved in a personal injury or if you've had any situations at work, any workman's comp, and you need to get with a trusted team of attorneys, holler at our folks over there, Gordan McKernan Injury Attorneys, baby. Shouts out to Dr. Kendra. That's right, that's Zen for Life. See how I feel some type of way? I told Dr. Kendra, I said, I'm a little upset I don't see my 3X Zen for Life shirts. They got the Zen for Life t-shirts now. I saw her and Mr. Dana rocking their shirts, so I'm excited about what they have going on with their still body, and at the same time, Health Nut System is on the road. So listen, visit stillbody.org if you are looking to lose some weight for the summers. These are the best months, the hot months are the months typically when you can get things rolling and start burning a little bit of fat there, and also healthy lifestyles and a lot of the nutritions that you need during the day and a day's work they have right over there at Health Nut System. Shouts out to Dr. Kendra. Conquer Sports Pros, baby. If you're looking for elite position-specific training, holler at us over at Conquer Sports Pros. Offensive linemen, defensive linemen trying to dominate. Any athletes needing some strategic moves and things that they need to moves that they need to make in recruiting, visit csportspros.com. Well, CL, brother, the West Jeff Buccaneers have joined the party. And yes, we've joined it in style. We came through hot, though. I ain't lying. We came through hot. We'll get to that in a second. But before we dive into all of that, right here on Inside the Trenches, we want to give a big shout-out to our co-host CL NOLA. Outstanding sports writing, long form. They were up for it for their film on Above the Tides 20 years after Hurricane Katrina. Y'all went up against some heavy hitters. I saw they had with Celtic City going inside off TNT. Yeah. So big ups to CL. Almost got him an Emmy, but you still get claps here on Inside the Trenches, baby.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. I prefer to win, but to be recognized is truly an honor. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm grateful to be a part of ESPN on both levels with the 30-30 segments as well as here and Inside the Trenches. It's truly an honor. Shouts out to Julian Goodman, the director, who's won several Emmys, and he doesn't want to share. He says I have to win my own, so we're going to keep chopping wood, like my boy Fave say, and I thank y'all again because it's truly an honor to be recognized.
Nah, that's fire, bro. And, I mean, I remember you going through this and, you know, hey, man, it's a documentary. You know, CL big-time exclusive pictures, man. Check us out. We on set. But that's cool. And, you know, that's a huge deal. That probably badly lost, man. So big ups to you
Thank
all
you,
for being mentioned. Speaking of we're talking about Emmys, but we surrounded by around a lot of Grammy either award winners or Grammy nominated folks. We talked about Diesel when he was on the show. Diesel had his Grammys that he won from the Carter 3.
3 times.
Well, I'm excited about today's guest. We have a nice little lineup today, y'all. And excuse my voice. The energy is here, trust me. I'm going to turn up here in a minute. But, boy, we turned up this weekend. I ain't going to forget about that. But I definitely want to shout out our guests. We got TYRON Parker in here. He representing from Thirsty Hustles. Can't wait. I checked out his gear. I'm like, man, I could have used that shirt on stage the weekend, baby.
Well,
so
you keep losing that weight. We had to readjust your shirt size. Yes. Shouts out to Dr. Kendra.
Yeah, for real, dog. I had like 2 meals between Saturday and Sunday. And those people probably out there say, I know he lying, but I'm for real, dog.
And you sweated out 3 games.
Yeah, that's right. It did feel like a football game. I felt like we was back at training camp for West Jeff Bar. We'll get to that in a second. Shouts out to the homie GAMEOVASKIP. Skip has his new single, Do the Beanie Weenie, featuring DJ Jubilee. He's going to stop by as well. And I mentioned Grammy Award-winning, 4-time Grammy-nominated producer-songwriter V-Script will be joining us right here on Inside the Trenches. So I am excited about today's lineup. Little Chris, you're not too busy tonight, your internship. Well, you're a pro now, baby, so you're not working at, little Chris graduated, walk across the stage. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, West Jeff joined us, and I got my Get Gordan West Jeff exclusive shirt on today, representing the Bucks. We joined the party. I didn't go out Friday night, CL.
Right.
I heard everybody had fun at the back. That's right, we showed, yes, because you was wanting to see what I was going to do. Didn't go out. I think I made the right choice given the next few days, especially Sunday morning. But what I will say is this. Saturday, they had the basketball game on Friday. Saturday, we had our uniform mixer.
Okay.
Everybody had their uniforms on or the colors. So I had the colors, I had the pants, our great pants. No fans in the gym at all.
Ooh.
That gym was hot. Let me tell you, the event was great. I thought the lineup they had the Buccaneers lit up outside the deal.
Okay.
You go in there, no fans, CL.
Well, shouts out to the great O'Para Walker. They also had an alumni weekend. Started off Thursday at Old School Skate Country. It was a school dance. All of them had their uniforms on going back in the day. Then, of course, Friday, they had the football basketball game at Landry's Gym, which was also a cool area. And then, obviously, Saturday at Berman, where they definitely cut up. And I do mean they cut up during the daytime. And it's just a beautiful thing, to not only just be a part of New Orleans, but be a part of rich tradition. Back in the G, I'm a little past fade, so we didn't get a chance to play against each other. But I do remember playing against. I'm about to age myself. I do remember going to West Jeff's backyard and playing against Larry Foster and Melvin Dickerson as his quarterback, and that fade route, Jesus Christ. And I'm just grateful to know all the people at West Jeff, as well as, obviously the alumni at Walker. And it was a blessed weekend. No drama, a lot of sun.
That was big time.
A lot of a lot of hugs and a lot of kisses. I ain't trying to tell no business, but shouts out to West Jeff and them O'Perry Walker Chargers.
Big ups to all y'all. And Saturday night, we went to. So after the mix, we went to 30-something. Because
Okay.
you
trying to
it
remember.
was high 30-something, but it was rolling. Then Sunday morning, I was tired, so I just did the virtual church with Pastor Stamps and them.
Okay.
They had their deal at church. And
Church.
then at church, I saw him out there too at the picnic. But the
Oh, he was at the picnic?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
The picnic was off the chain, y'all. That's the highlight. If y'all follow my YouTube page, our YouTube page, Inside the Trenches here, we do have the video up, 20 minutes. We gave DJ Jubilee his flowers.
Okay.
Jubilee got the West Jeff jersey. Shouts out to Denelda, my classmate. She's her and Orion, a couple of, if I'm forgetting y'all names, I know it was a team of y'all, but they did an excellent job putting things together. So I figured I said, let's not put the jersey in a plaque, because I feel like he gonna put it on. Bruh, the second they gave Drew that jersey, Drew got his DJ booth, put the jersey on. But CL, it was great. Me and Million Bags came out there and sparked it all first. Well, S80 opened up. He was the first performance. So S80 got it going. Me and Bags performed, and then it was like Big Fav and Friends. So you had
Big Fav and them.
And them. I like that one. I think we might go Big Fav and them next year. That's
I'm going to copyright that next week.
Hey, well, you got it right here. There's a copyright right here. This dude, he on one today, boy.
Yeah, you're right.
Chris over there like, yeah, we're going to get the sports. We getting that.
Yeah, we going to get that.
I'm just
It was a
listening to
long
y'all,
weekend.
man.
Walker weekend started Thursday,
it
so
is a
trust me
sports
how long
weekend.
it was.
You had like Mike Wallace, Keenan Lewis,
shouts out to
all
Mike.
those boys over
Shouts
there.
out to Kendrick.
And we had the entertainment and sports figures over there by us as well this weekend, which was cool. I know Bo Lester was out there.
Yeah, shouts out to Bo.
Bo was out there. But I think,
Next interview's on Inside the Trenches, too.
yeah, he coming on the show.
Bo and Mike Wallace, for
Kind of
sure.
talk about those time frames back then when them boys played in high school, and me and Mike. Funny story about Mike Wallace. We competed against each other on just about every level. So high school, played against Mike, West Jeff versus O'Perry Walker. I played against Mike twice, Oregon State versus LSU. And then
Ole Miss
versus LSU.
Yeah.
Get to the NFL. Not once but twice I played against the Steelers. I played against them in the preseason and in the regular season. So I ran into and we all worked out with the Duke Academy in the off season. So that's that with West Bank official. And that's what it was this weekend, y'all. Like I mentioned, Skip came out. Shouts out to our guest Skip. Skip hit the stage with us as well. Baby Boy the Prince came out there. LaPauli was out there. Chopper Style. P-Town Mo. Matt came out there. He did
my favorite rapper.
He did your song. Ain't see you in a long time. He did it. Hey, bro. So big ups to all of them for coming out there, showing love to the Buccaneers, and shouts out to O'Perry Walker and the Buccaneers. Now, Chris, I want to chime you in the conversation. Because I was wrong with what I said. I said, I guess the private schools don't do this. But when our guest coming on the show, V Script, he's like, nah, saying I'll do it, and they very organized. So talk to us about y'all alumni weekends when y'all have them.
Well, I haven't heard much about it lately, but I did saw an update saying that later on this year, like in November or something like that, they're gonna have, because this year is the 75th year anniversary of St. Aug being founded. It was founded back in 1951.
Okay.
So, to celebrate, they're gonna do a celebration at the Caesars Superdome. I believe it's November 14th. Later on this year, 2026. So I think that's pretty huge. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. All the alumni is going to be there. So absolutely.
Well, shouts out to St. Aug, and they usually do their big thing during their homecoming.
Oh, for sure.
Whoever they respectfully play during homecoming at Tech Omelette Stadium. I mean, they be parked all the way on the other side
Oh,
of
yeah,
St.
absolutely.
John, by St. John. So they do their thing, but
Oh,
to
yeah,
put
for
it in
sure.
the Caesar Superdome, obviously is big time, but they big enough, they paid
Yeah,
enough.
for sure.
That's real. No, that's fire. I like the energy.
Yeah.
You keep alumni around, keep people rolling. I really appreciate that. All right, y'all. Let's just wrap this thing up in terms of this NBA season. It's over.
Okay.
I thought we was gonna see 7 games. I thought it was gonna be
Yeah.
the Spurs at 7. Nah, brother. Bronson and crew
Yeah.
rolling. I see Spike Lee got his head out the limo, waving in New York City like
Oh,
the
yeah.
president. Rightfully so. Listen, Spike Lee to me is the epitome of a fan in regards to someone who's famous, but a bigger fan of his team as opposed to his work, right? And Spike, and you think about what this meant for New York. And then Chris, CL, bro, he had his
I saw you, boy. I saw you at the game, boy.
So I guess I'm
Madison Square Garden, man.
So, my throwback on us. Now, I want to ask you a question. We're going to go to CL. That's his team.
Yeah.
Did you think the series was going to go this way? Like, you knew that, hey, I don't think this is going to go 7. No, you
Oh,
yeah,
wow. No, gentlemen. No. Obviously, I sat here and I said that the Knicks would win the series.
You did.
When we predicted who was going to win in the beginning. But did I think it was going to go this way? No, I did not. I would be lying to you if I said I did. I thought after the Spurs went 7 games with OKC,
Yeah.
I felt that they would be a formidable challenge. And
Yeah, for sure.
I'm here to tell y'all, honestly, that the Spurs have the better team. But it's
For
not
sure.
about having the better team. It's about who plays the best in prime time.
For sure.
And that was the New York Knickerbockers. And shouts out to Spike Lee, somebody that I've looked up to over the years, obviously as a filmmaker and an avid fan of the New York Knicks. And yeah, shouts out to Jose Alvarado.
And Josh Hart.
And Josh Hart,
Former
but definitely
Pelicans.
my boy Jose. It's an honor to have been a Pelican with your brother, and you made it back home. And congratulations to you. I see you had a good time at the Puerto Rican parade, and I'm just so happy for you and your family, brother. We love you in New Orleans, brother.
Amen.
He earned
Sorry
it.
you
Him
had
and
to
Josh.
leave, but it was the best thing for you.
Him and
Absolutely.
Josh Hart, they earned it, y'all. I mean,
Yeah,
they
for sure.
really did put in the work for it. Now, Chris, it's so many different things we could look at from the series. There was Carlin Bronson, the new AI. Wembley did everything that he could and can do to win. The DeAndre Fox story, like he's kind of didn't show up. When you look back at this championship series, what's your thoughts on it?
Man, I mean, I could just go all day about what I seen in the series. I mean, Cat was bullying Wemby the entire series. I could go into that. De'Aaron Fox, I think he needs to be traded this offseason. How bad he played in that series, like that was awful. Especially that game, they blew that huge lead, 29-point lead. All he had to do was to run out the clock and dribble the ball and get fouled. Instead, he takes up a dumb layup, he gets blocked, and then boom, they lose the game. Like that, that was absolutely insane. They need to trade him. And man, I mean, the Knicks, man, I mean, give him credit, man. Jalen Brunson, I think he's the guy, bro. Like best. I think he's the best player in the NBA, best point guard in the NBA. That man is a hooper for sure. He's a baller. And as for the Spurs, I think they still have a bright future ahead of them. They're a young team, and I mean, if they could just come back together, learn their mistakes of what happened in the finals in the clutch.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they'll be straight. They're still a young team. Wemby's only in his 3rd season and stuff, so yeah.
And I'll say this too, fellas, and we'll wrap this series going to the next subject. I thought I saw some interesting things from a coaching's perspective from the Knicks. You got to give Coach Brown his credit. I mean, all of these guys are cut from the Coach Pop's tutelage. They're all from his family tree. But I just think about how strategic they were. Like Alvarado, 6 foot on 7'9", just
Yeah.
and it was very
Giving him the
annoying.
business.
He was giving him the business. So I'm gonna put our little guy on you. I saw where just no strategy going into the rest of the series. I didn't see anything really changed in regards to Coach Johnson and him making those appropriate moves. So it's all good. It's football season now, y'all. Basketball season is officially over. It's football season now. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, you already know OTAs going on right now.
Oh yeah.
So on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I want to start here. I think this is a very interesting subject. It's brought up a lot. People talk about this a lot. It's coaches on the hot seat. If y'all are just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, baby, we just wrapping up the weekend, capping it up, but we're about to jump into a subject a lot of folks like to jump into. You hear this in your typical barbershops, different podcasts like ours and different shows. When you start thinking about coaches, who's on the hot seat in the NFL? So the first thing we look at, CL, what is the record of the last season? But me personally, I look at the last 3 to 4 years as opposed to just that last year record. CL, I'll come to you first. When you look around the NFL and you say, man, this coach better bring it this year or he could potentially get fired mid-season, when you start thinking of coaches around the NFL that may need to button up a little bit in regards to their season and the start of it?
I mean, honestly, guys, every year it's a rotating door for coaches in the NFL.
Yeah.
7 to 8 coaches. There's a new position. I mean, there's a new coaching vacancy. 7 to 8 teams every year. But specifically, coaches that I feel like are on the hot seat right now. Honestly, guys, it's so fresh, it's so new. I don't see any coaches on the hot seat right now.
Okay.
Because there's so much turnover in the NFL. Because if you think about it, the coach in Buffalo, he literally made it deep in the playoffs and still got fired.
Yeah.
So in today's temperature of the NFL, if you don't get it all the way done, you can be gone. And there's so many new coaches this year in the NFL. You have I would always say Atlanta's coach, but Stefanski is a new coach in Atlanta right now. So I would always say, the coach of the Bears, but no, the Bears actually went to the NFC divisional round, of course, but Ben Johnson. So if you want to just tie me down, I would actually say the coach of the Detroit Lions, which is a former coach of us, because they have the talent, but the last year they didn't even make the playoffs. So it's a fickle situation. It's unfortunate because there are only 32 head coaches in the NFL, and everybody wants that big job. But this league, NFL stands for is not for long. Yeah. And these owners every year get less and less patient because they get richer and richer off the television deals, and they can afford to fire coaches and pay them out millions of dollars not to coach. So, it's just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, and it is. And a lot of coaches a lot of them don't control a roster the first 2 years. You can't just say, hey, you off the team, you off the team. You got to kind of work what you got to work with. I mean, we're experiencing that here now with Kellen Moore. Yeah. Obviously, this was his first full year to draft the guys he wanted in terms of reserve space and cap. Because a lot of guys, to y'all's point, are still under contract. But when I start thinking of high seats around the NFL, I got to go with Zach Taylor.
He was one of the first guys that came to my mind.
Head coach Zach Taylor with the Bengals. Yeah. You have Joe Burrow. You have Jamar Chase.
T. Higgins.
Your offense, T. Higgins. You could have one of the more productive offenses in the league consistently. But inconsistency happened over the years here with this group of guys. And I just think that he's on the hot seat. Like, if he starts the season off slow and then they're itching for wins and, Lil J get on the TV, be like, man, we gotta do something here, you heard me, Lil J is Jamar Chase for all y'all out there. And he's a guy that doesn't speak much, but he's a guy that's super productive on the field. So when I start thinking about, coaches that when the season start, you're not a new coach there. You've been there for a while. You got to the promised land once before. So I just think that that's interesting.
And it's just a wild situation because we actually sit here on ESPN Inside the Trenches and we'll mention Zach Taylor's name, but is it really his fault that Joe Burrow hasn't been healthy for the past 3 years?
That's
The
true.
signal caller. You know, your best ability is availability.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's a fickle situation because these coaches are under so much pressure. In reality, they're all on a hot seat, right? Because they're under so much pressure to win with what they have, and this league is 100% injury rate.
Yeah, the injuries do play a role, and like I said, you can look at that and say, man, his record reflects off Joe Burrow's injuries.
Right.
Yeah.
But their defense been trash too. So
you
gotta look at
no defense.
When your offense is lacking, whether it's this is the NFL. I could use. You say it all the time. It's 100% injury rate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
you gotta have a plan. You gotta. If he goes down, which leads me to my next conversation, guys. We got about 2 minutes left here, so let's make our takes real quick. The New Orleans Saints. Kellen Moore is somebody not on the hot seat for a couple reasons. He just got there.
Yeah.
We got to take a look and see what he could do. And he ended on such a productive note last season. So when you look at the New Orleans Saints, I want to start with Cam Jordan here real quick. I'll start off with that. I like the fact that Coach Kellen Moore isn't pressuring him to make a decision right away. Right? Take your time, because you got a guy like Cam. He's looking at several different areas, right? He's looking at having to, be able to, do I want to continue to play, right? Is that something that I want to do? Do I want to put myself in a position to go back and be even more productive? Possibly win a championship. You know, it's just stuff like that is probably circling through his mind, y'all. See, I guess we could just stick to Cam because we don't have that much time left. Decision time for him. I know you're your dog, but you okay? Talk to me.
Shouts out to Cam Jordan and his family. But as I put on my GM Opera Walker Charger hat, bucket hat, we've put the contract out there. It's on Cam to sign it. The numbers are set. We can only give him so much money. Maybe he's waiting for an injury to happen somewhere else in the NFL, but we've offered the contract. It's on him to sign it. Cam, it's all on you, baby boy.
Your thoughts, Chris?
Man, you know what? Cam Jordan, man, Mr. Ages Wonder. I will gladly, would consider you, I hope you can come back to the team, add that veteran leadership for sure. But, hey, man, I mean, it's your life, man. You know what I'm saying? It's life, man,
That's real. That's probably how you're approaching it, too. Like, man, look, this is my life.
Yeah.
Because it's like I said, it's a lot to weigh.
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
I jump into television and radio?
It's waiting on him.
It's wait. Oh yeah, he got
Fox.
You
Fox,
better
if I'm
believe
not
it.
mistaken.
They waiting on him. Do I go back and play another season? Because I'm telling you right now, just knowing Cam personally, it's just to go try to win a championship.
For sure.
So that's why other teams come into play. Do I go somewhere else? So it's going to be interesting to continue to follow. Well, look, y'all don't stop following this show. Please don't, because guess what? We got guests. Y'all know we be on fire when it's 3-4 guests on the show. But shouts out to Gordan, McKernan, Injury Attorneys, for all that they do for the show, sponsoring this segment. Remember, if you've been involved in a car accident or you've been hurt at work, call 504-800-8888. Get Gordan. Come on. And get it done. Get Gordan. That's right. And get it done. Personal injury. Yeah. That's cool, baby. But, hey, y'all stick around. We're going to be right back here on Inside the Trenches on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Inside the Trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Conquer Sports Professionals.
Hello, somebody. My name is Marlon Big Favorite. If you're serious about playing college football on the next level and having it paid for, visit us at csportspros.com. Again, that's csportspros.com, or you can click the link below.
Conquer Sports Professionals.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. This is your host, Marlon, Big Fave Favorite. And if y'all just tuning in, excuse my voice, we were too turned up this weekend at the West Jeff Alumni Weekend. CL was able to manage his voice because they didn't have to get too loud at Walker's. And our next guest either, because I think he's Walker as well. They didn't have to get too loud over there. Before we jump into our next guest, look, they're going to get me, boy. They're going to get me when we get started, right? But before I bring on our next guest, I want to thank our sponsor for sponsoring this show, Health Nut System. Big ups to Dr. Kendra for all that she does for the show. Listen, I think this is the hottest weight loss product out in the streets right now. All natural, Zimp for life. They went and got shirts made. I didn't see my shirt, but it's okay because our next guest makes shirts, so I'm cool. But at the same time, you want to get your body right, visit stillbody.org. That's right, stillbody.org. Zimp for life, Still Body, Speed Up 365. That was CL was rocking when we started. You saw the shit on. He want short. He don't want to wear the short sleeves on some of the shows. He wild.
Like a dog.
But speaking of short sleeves, right? We got a thirsty hustle in it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
right
sir.
in this building, one of the hottest clothing lines in the city.
Yes, sir.
I got the homie TYRON Parker in the building. Welcome to Inside the
Welcome,
Trenches.
brother.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Well,
Appreciate
my
that.
pleasure.
Follow him at Thirsty Hustle on Instagram. Dope gear. Off air before we came on, I'm like, T, bro, why you couldn't come on the show last week? It was hot at West Jeff's deal, and I'm peeping your shirt out, the short sleeve shirt. I guess let's start here, brother. Your clothing line, you know, what exactly does it say? Is it like for your everyday hustler that won't be swagged out? Like, talk to us about the brand.
Man, to be honest, bro, when I started this way back in 2019, like, I formulated the name and just put Thirsty and Hustle. So I took Thirsty because my name started with a T, of course, obviously. And then I always been a person to just hustle, just like get everything on my own. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to when I was like 13, 14, working job one every summer to try to get Jordans, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always been a hustler. I always been a person to just get it on my own. Just had that ambition. And that's kind of what I wanted to tell the brand around. So I just took the Thirsty part from my name and then took Hustle because I was always a person that had to hustle. So I put those two together. The brand slogan is the hustle that never quench. And that's just meaning just to strive for that financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have something, that they do towards money and stuff like that. But the brand meaning just, that hustle, that drive, you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of went from there, bro. Like I always been chasing it. It's sad to say, like, I was the furthest thing from going towards financial freedom when I started it. You know what I'm saying? When you passionate about something and you kind of dive into it head first, you making a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? So I didn't lost a lot. I didn't learn a lot. I didn't had a lot of challenges. I didn't had a lot of triumphs, highs and lows. But it's something that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I went to college for. I locked in with it. And I just appreciate the journey, bro. Like, no lie, I appreciate the journey for sure.
Well, brother, the journey definitely led you to come here. Obviously, we ran across each other at the barbershop. Shouts out to my cousin Ryan for making sure that both of us, because we all know I'm always fresh.
Yeah.
But making sure that we was fresh for this important weekend. You are, and I am very proud, you are a proud alumni of Old Perry Walker, class of 2013, last of a dying breed.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so very proud to have you on this show on ESPN, Inside the Trenches, Baton Rouge and New Orleans. And the one question that I have for you, brother, what literally sparked the thought process for you to be a young black business owner? And, what made you step out on faith like that?
Man, it wasn't the thought, bro. Like, I'd be lying if I said that this wasn't in me. You know what I'm saying? From middle school to dressing myself. Like, I always been a person to care about my appearance, whether it was my hair, whether it was my clothes, shoes, anything, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So just being a person that always cared about their appearance from a young cat, as far as I can remember, you know what I'm saying?
I remember.
Probably when my sister stopped dressing me. And you talked about the barbershop experience. I'm gonna let you, kind of
you can talk
explain to Big Fave and the rest of the viewers, like kind of how you started knowing me back then, but just always being that person. And when I was in 10th grade, I really went in front of my class. We had like a career day or something like that. And this was back then, way back when we was young. We had a career day, but we was doing the click thing. I don't know if y'all remember back then when everybody was just clicked up. So we was clicked up with Nike team. And my partner, one of my partners back then from the click, had put me on this the website called Spreadsheets. And you can go on Spreadsheets and just kind of like put everything together just to make your shirt there printed for you and stuff like that. So, back when the high school dances was real major back then, walker dance, even car dance, they was popping after the games, you know what I'm saying, on a Friday night. These kids, they don't really know nothing about that these days, but
called cafeteria.
Yeah, walking cafeteria.
Yeah, walking cafeteria.
Like,
pitch black.
That just Algiers is the school dance was crazy back then.
Yeah,
but
it was.
just making stuff like that, and I wore the shirt, for the career day in front of the class, and I'm like, man, I want to get into like fashion designing and stuff like that. And it's funny that you mentioned the stuff back then with the high school because I make all the gift from my class right now for the reunions and stuff like that. We didn't had 2 so far.
Right.
But one of my classmates, he was like, bro, I remember when you said that, and we all bust out laughing and we was ribbing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But now just look at you and how you've grown, it just kind of that full circle moment. So from that moment on, I really took it serious. And I'm a person that just kind of stand on my word with anything I say. My word law. Like anybody that truly know me, they'll know my word is law. What I say, I stand on that. So back then in 10th grade, I said that in front of them. I went to college at Southern University in marketing. So shout out to Southern. I studied marketing and the business, and it just went from there, bro. So like this is something that I always wanted to do. So again, like I said, the highs, the lows, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to stick with it regardless of the outcome. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is something that I definitely want to do.
If y'all just tuning in Inside the Trenches, baby, it's a Thirsty Hustle over here. That's right. We representing local clothing brand right out the city, and it's fresh. It looks very international, you know, urban. However you want to swag it out, you could do it, y'all. Make sure y'all follow Thirsty Hustlers. My homie TYRON Parker. Now, T, I finished at West Jeff in 04. So you look like you about 10 years younger than me. I ain't lying to you. You're like, yeah, bro, yeah, I was the tail end of the dances, but just I was looking at your shirt. Is that an Algiers right there?
No, this probably Uptown.
Okay.
But you know, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about West Jeff because I did do class of 2013 and 2017 shirts.
Okay,
so
all
for the
right,
reunion, you know, they did the work shirt, so I can't
Let them live.
I
let
can't,
them
yeah,
live.
I can't
Let 'em
speak
live.
bad on them. But
Yeah.
I saw they had some events Thursday through Sunday, man. And shout out to them.
We
Like,
coordinated though.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
like we did. Like
Yeah.
we didn't bump heads.
Yeah.
Nah,
Y'all
we ain't bump
picnic was
heads
a
at
day,
all.
yo, I think whoever was covering it, like y'all, we got the same weekend. We
Right.
don't want. Yeah.
Right.
So they was
real,
able to hit both of them.
Right.
I
at the
think
same
so. Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all went to different places minus K Social, but I mean, like, man, I'm a fan of the reunion events alone. Like, it's pros and cons, like just like everything else, but just everybody coming together, you know, showing that unity within each other. Like, I'm a fan of that for the city alone. So, you know, I don't have nothing bad to say about West Jeff, bro. So,
And see how the maturity of everybody.
Right.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
I saw the no drama. You know,
For
for
sure.
the most part, it was just hot.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's a reunion, and a reunion is a celebration of life.
Yeah.
You know, we still here. I mean, let's be honest. We live in the city of New Orleans, Louisiana, and we know not everybody makes it to 2026. So it's a blessing to see each other and see us as a success. Obviously, Mr. Hustle right here is a true New Orleans success story. And once again, I'm so very proud to have you here. I'm so very proud of this moment, waiting for this moment to come. We've spoke about it in the past, and now it's finally here. And to hear you say you just don't make Old Perry Walker shirts, you actually make other school shirts, which is another phenomenal thing, meaning that they respect your hustle, especially your talent. Tell me this. Tell us how can anyone reach out to you? Because obviously now the reunion thing is such a big thing for everybody. I mean, every weekend we looking at this Instagram and the class is going crazy. How can they reach out to you, brother, so they could get on that Thursday hustle and shine like you do? Because last year that dying breed.
yeah, that work shirt. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
That's what
You got to make your boy one of them, you heard me?
Yeah, man, they can reach out to me at Thirsty Hustle on all platforms. The website thirstyhustle.com. Man, we on everything, you know what I'm saying? And just to piggyback on the reunion thing, like we had, you know, our October reunion and we did the work shirts, and that video that we posted just kind of went viral.
Right.
And I had so many classes reaching out to me, you know, from local schools to schools in Alabama. Man, I didn't did work
Right.
shirts for West
Schools in
Louisiana.
Alabama? Wow.
Yeah, like
That's
Jackson.
the internet, dog.
Jackson, O'Lynn, Alabama. I
Wow.
posted it on TikTok too, and it did numbers. So like, I really don't have nothing bad to say about the reunions. Like again, I said, you know, just everybody coming together. Like, it's a beautiful thing. And it's turning into just a competition. Everybody want to be fresh. They want to be fly and stuff like that. And I'm just using that as a stepping stone, just to help the brand grow. You know, just to get more eyes on the brand alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take it however it comes. You know, it might not be the way that you want it to be, but you just got to take the blessing as they come. And I've just been fortunate enough to have those classes reaching out to me. And there's been various classes that I've done shirts for since then. And it's not just work shirts like I did for my class or West Jeff. I've done jerseys and everything else. So it's been a good journey for that, you know?
No, that's cool. All right, so I know a lot of people will want to know this, especially the ones that's watching. That's very comfortable looking, the shirt, right? So it's not your typical cotton. Is that like a blend? Because that seems like it almost looks dry fit, but cotton. It's not this.
We ain't giving away no secrets.
No secrets. No secrets.
I'm gonna give them a little tip though. So just to let you in on the inside of the clothing game alone, like you have different fabrics. You got like cotton, you got polyester, you got nylon, you got satin, you got elastin, stuff like that. You also have the GSM, the weight of the fabric. So this is just a lighter weight. You know what I'm saying? This is probably, I want to say this like 160 GSM or something like that, and you got all the way up to your folds and stuff like that that'll be heavier for the winter garments and stuff like that. So also too, just for designs like this, like that's very detailed, very intricate, you might have to go up on your GSM to be able to print on stuff like that. So that's another thing with the reunion too, man. A lot of people don't really respect the craft of clothing. It's not no fly by night thing just to put out a a shirt or a garment and stuff like that. It's really a process from designing and sketching everything out, getting the graphic design, getting the file, sending it to the manufacturer, getting a sample, and then you make your tweaks from there. People really don't understand everything that goes into just dropping like that. But it is very intricate. It is very detailed. It's a process with it. And people definitely need to understand that and respect the craft for that, for sure.
Well, I love how you let them know that, because there's a lot of competition now that the reunions and alumni situations that have started. I'm so proud that you let them know that Walker has 2 a year. So they can continue to try to catch up to them charges as we lead, we lead and others follow. Brother. Once again, I'm almost out of words knowing that you're here and you're doing your thing. I've been knowing you for a very long time. I'm so very proud of you, brother.
I appreciate that.
I just literally wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. And sorry I'm taking this moment, your time, to tell you this.
It's all love. I think you got to tell them, like,
you tell them.
How long? No, you got to tell them because you gave me the name and everything.
Yeah. Come on,
so
man.
I think you gotta tell them like how long it's actually been.
Yeah. Well,
the transition you seen me and me.
Yeah.
And what you used to call me back then, and
well, I'll tell you like this. When I met T, he was very, very young, running around the barbershop. He was bad. He was bad.
Oh, T, man.
He was so bad. We used to call him Angola bound.
Oh man.
But
man.
he switched that on so many levels, and he made liars out of us all. Ever since I've known him as a young man, he was a hard worker. When I would see him coming to the shop, he'd be coming from work. He'd always have a plan. He'd always have, with an idea of what he wanted to do. Obviously, if you see me at the shop, y'all know y'all would come on. I would get mad at y'all for coming on my day Thursday and getting in my way. But I just want to thank you, brother, because you flipped that whole scenario on his head. And look at you now, a young black business owner. Thirsty hustlers on the rise.
We up against the clock right now, and we got to get you back on. But before we let you go, man, that's your camera right there.
Right there.
What we like to do for our guests to come on, motivate the people that's watching. If it's a young man who has a clothing line and discouraged, they don't know how to do the order and shipping and all that stuff, and they won't stop it. Give that person some advice to keep grinding.
Man, if I had to tell my younger self, when I first started this journey, it's definitely to do your research. Reach out to the people who've been in this game, longer than you. Ask them for tips, ask them, how do they navigate certain things. Man, if I could do anything different, I would definitely research a little bit more. I would definitely save a little bit more money. You can never stop learning. That's another thing within this game. Like, I always ask my supplier questions on, what's the latest product, different questions on fabric, how does this work?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to develop new ideas and new gear on top of that. And that's why I say, to piggyback on that, it's really a process with this clothing game. But another thing, too, is don't quit. You got to keep going. You got to take your losses. You got to take your wins, and you got to take them in stride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done lost a lot in this game, and I'm going to tell you something, too. Before our reunion in October, I didn't have a single class reach out to me to do anything besides my class. And after I did those shirts, I didn't had at least 10 artists with different classes behind work shirts or just jerseys and stuff like that. So you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You know, as much money as you may lose, as much money as you may make, but you got to keep on going. You got to take your highs with the lows, and then you got to keep on pushing, bro, because it's a long game. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it ain't for the weak. I'm going to say that. It ain't for the weak. But a lot of people would, you know, lose on the first 2 times, the first 2 drops, and they'll get out the game. But like I said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So if I could tell you anything, take it as a person from me. I'm very transparent. I'm very authentic. I done lost a lot, you know what I'm saying? But amongst it all, I kept going. So if I could tell anybody anything, do your research and keep on going. That's it. That's it.
Well, I hope y'all can hear the hydration in the voice, baby. Thirsty hustle, baby, straight up. Y'all be sure to follow my homie on Instagram, representing very humble but grinding. Like he told you, he transparent. He letting you know what it is. TYRON, man, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Your new line drop or whatever, bro, you got to come, you know, you can break
I
this
brought some stuff for y'all. So
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I don't know if y'all drink. I had CL shirt.
Oh.
But he said I got to get you right with the size.
Yeah, he on that Ozempic, so he
said
Ozempic. His size fluctuates.
I got to get you right with the shirt, you know what I'm saying?
That's that's my look.
And I'ma just let it be known now. From now on, all my alumni apparel will come from Thursday Hustle. You don't have to ask me when you see me.
Hello.
You gonna already know the one in June and the one in October. Let them know, T.
Yeah, I'm definitely had to get you right with the work shirts.
All the time. Ooh,
hello, somebody.
Boy, you should have seen that thing.
Yep. Well, look, man, y'all don't go nowhere, man. When we come back on the show, we'll be joined by the homie GAMEOVASKIP. Got a new single, Do the Beanie Weenie. Oh, it's Inside the Trenches right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon Big Favorite, and we're live here in the Loyola studios in beautiful uptown New Orleans, Louisiana. I want to take this time to give a big shout out to Conquer Sports Pros, baby. If you're an athlete and you're looking to get some consultation for recruiting, if you're looking to get some training, especially my D lineman, O lineman, holler us at csportspros.com. We'll get you rolling. Well, my next guest is very similar to me. Likes to dance, likes to rap, likes to coach football, play football here locally. My homie, and by the way, if y'all were on my Instagram at any point today, he was all over it. We have in the building none other than the homie, GAMEOVASKIP. Welcome to Inside the Trenches, my
What's
brother.
going on,
Yeah,
fellas?
right.
How y'all
Welcome,
doing,
brother.
Good to see y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
This is like a family reunion. We had T just left here. That's like CL little brother. And me and you go back like full flash. So,
Facts.
man, let's kind of flash back quick back to the days, 02, 03. And Jube texted me early. He was like, man, that was a really good feeling. A lot of good memories, like that throwback. Man, what was it like, bro, coming up, Skip, like around the city? You know, we had our waves with dancers. You had the show boys in the 90s, and then, you know, you had, like, Chop was talking about him and Money and them, and then Paul and them had their wave. But, boy, when 02, 03, 04, and all that came around, Skip was the guy, bro. Let's go down memory lane.
Bro, it's crazy, bro, because people don't know our history. We met on the dance floor.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? At a
Chandler,
party, man.
dog,
Like,
yeah.
you know, Big Marlon was doing his thing on the football field, but we both, football was first, but we actually met at the after party of one of the football games.
Right.
You know, and then we played each other next week. I went to St. Aug, real perfect goal.
yep.
You know what I'm saying?
you're right.
Big Marlon was the #1 D tackle in the nation
Five-star.
at West Jeff, doing his thing. But we actually met. Our love for dance brought us together. And Marlon was like, man, little homie, look, daddy, nice. But Marlon was on he danced the whole night. I was like,
Yeah, that's him.
but we
That's him.
was like, it was a mutual respect thing. I was like, hey, bro. But I really knew who he was because I keep up with the top players, Metro area. I was like, you a big fan, right? From West Jeff? He was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, oh, all right. He was like, you coach. And I let him know. I introduced myself. You know, I'm Skip from St. Aug or whatever. But it was a different time. And like literally yesterday, like on the ride home, I was telling my girl, like, I really wanted to cry because it's like, I don't get that feeling like that no more. The time that we grew up in. Right. You know what I'm saying? That we just good, you going out and having fun.
Yeah,
like dancing, we ain't tripping, sweating 3-4 hours, dancing, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing, having fun, like full of Coke and water, like the cold drink Coke.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Hello, somebody.
cool drink, like, you know what I'm saying, just like,
Thirsty
you know what I'm
hustle.
saying, but just having a good time and the love, like, growing up in New Orleans, like, you seeing, like, your Willie Puckers of the world, your Fifth Ward Weebies, all of them started as dancers before they was artists.
Oh, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
That's facts.
And
That's
growing
crazy.
up and watching that, I want to dance like a New Orleans dude. Like, you know, that's just part of our culture.
Right.
New Orleans is bouncing second line and jazz. We the birthplace of them three.
Right.
It is what it is. You got to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or you don't like it. We the birthplace of those three genres of music and dance.
Right.
So growing up, I just wanted to be like a New Orleans dude. It didn't matter what kind of man you was. Whether you was an athlete, whether you was a dope boy, a hardworking man, you was a fast food restaurant. People dance. And you was a killer. God bless it. People dance. That's what part of our culture. It wasn't looked at as less than or you less than a man or whatever you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People, that's what we did. They had a good time. So I just followed that and you know, at your Fifth Ward, we was in the Josephine Johnny era. That's when my era kind of kicked off.
That's
because it was the Beanie Weenie era, Jubilee in the 90s. Everybody was the Beanie Weenie.
Yeah.
Shout out, hit the Beanie Weenie, my song on all streaming platforms. I'm signed to Take 4 Records, you know, bringing that old New
Nah,
Orleans
you ain't
in.
gonna spray. Let's take
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
what.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
so,
right.
So just letting that know, you know, but following that trend of your Weebers and your Willie Puckers of the world and all that kind of stuff, your Josephine Johnnies. But my era, how it kicked off was probably the Josephine Johnny era, and that kicked off. Everything was based off the Johnny. You shoulder hustle, you rodeo high step, your Peter Pan, your Charlie Wop, you know everything back then. You can't Johnny better than me, boy. What you know what I'm saying? So my era kind of kicked off
facts.
that.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And that I didn't know at the time, but that was my purpose. That's why God put me on this earth. I was a football player first. Football was my mutual thing. I was good in football, like, you know what I'm saying? But people, me being short, you know, I always had to overachieve, you know, being a shorter athlete, you know what I'm saying? But I always kept a football, but I always danced. You know what I'm saying? All in practice, like, you know what I'm saying? That just was my
Consistently,
That was
too,
consistently,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I was blessed to have a football scholarship, play, you know what I'm saying, at ball, but 2009 really opened my eyes because that was the year I went on So You Think You're Dancing the Ellen Show. And so when that right there showed me like, oh, this is why God put me on this earth. This is my purpose.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying with anybody, with anything, people, there's a lot of people, there's not a lot of talented people in New Orleans in any genre, any occupation, but people don't know their purpose, if that makes sense. Once you find your purpose in life, everything is easy. You get what I'm saying? So I've been blessed to be on like 22 national TV shows, bro. Like I feel like, listen, bro, I ain't lying, bro. I should have a statue around this thing, like real talk. I'm just talking about for as influence. Because I influence not just locally in the city or New Orleans metro areas, in the state and nationally.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking. I'm not telling you what I made up. I'm telling you facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being on the Ellen Show, being on So You Think You Dance, being on the Grammys, dancing with my fellow purple like John Baptiste, dancing around the world with Big Frida and 6 seasons on this reality show, dealing and open people's eyes because Big Frida is part of the LGBTQ community. Shout out them. He's a gay artist. I'm not a gay man. But if people come together on the collective and got the same goal, it don't matter what walk of life you come from.
Right.
So I open people's eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Lord, this, you know, it's the culture, it's this, you know what I'm saying? It was not just, oh, he doing bounce or he's looked at as like, oh, he's part of that community. No, I'm like, man, respectfully, do y'all thing. What you like, I can't get mad at a person who they choose to love. That's just, as long as you don't come at me with it.
Yeah.
Then that's the problem, you know what I'm saying? So, but traveling around the world, been to 46 states, 12 countries, putting our culture on.
Right.
Putting our culture on. I'm from the East. I'm from New Orleans East. So it's always looked upon like you got inner city New Orleans, like the 9th Wall, 6th Wall, 7th Wall, 8th Wall, Uptown, the 3rd Wall. New Orleans East was kind of like the outskirts, kind of like the West Bank. So people from the East, it was frowned upon saying you from the East because most of us come from 2-parent households. You know, they called us pretty boys. Wasn't looked upon as inner city New Orleans. You come from the projects, your family gets some money, you move to the East. Or the West Bank. I ain't gonna use you there. Or the West Bank. It's parts of the West Bank.
Well, depend on what parts.
Depend on what part.
Right.
So it always had that overachieve mentality as something to prove. You get what I'm saying? Holding the East down, like myself, D1 Currency, Short. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, shout out people from Diesel.
Yeah.
It's from
Shout
the
out to
East.
Diesel.
DJ Money Fresh from the East. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people who put the culture on the East don't get a lot of light. You get what I'm saying? So I always had that like carrying the weight, but making bounce a serious genre dance, just like Crump was on the movie Rise. Like that was my goal. When you look up bounce dancing in the dictionary, I'm the face and the logo of it. Don't let nobody tell you no different. And I'm just not saying it braggingly. I'm just telling you the truth from the stuff that I've done. You know, coming from the skating ring, being frowned upon, people laughing. People like, oh man, yeah, that never worked. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm on national TV and you got a whole world doing my dance. You get what I'm saying?
That skate run ring, that was between 2010, 11, 12.
2006 to 12.
Well, let me tell you this, brother. I'm going to bring you back because obviously we've seen each other a million times around New Orleans. But I'm going to tell you the first time me and you actually had a conversation. It was during the television show. I was helped produce this TV show called Adam Devine's House Party.
That's crazy.
And we were on Frenchman Street.
Yep.
And I asked you, I said, hey, I see you doing your thing. I said, what you want to do with this? And you told me you just want to see how far you could take it.
Yep.
And look where you've come. So I'm here vouching for him. I don't even know what year that was when we did Adam Devine's House Party.
Yeah, bro, that was like 13, 12, something like that. Yeah, bro.
You're aging me right.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, I'm once again, here's another young man that I'm so very proud of because I have seen him over the years, over the decades, putting in the work, not listening to the naysayers and getting it done. And yes, you have been on various TV shows because I've helped produce some of them. So I'm very proud of you, brother. And I just have one question for you.
What's good?
What's next?
Beanie Weenie, baby. I'm Beanie Weenie on all platforms. So Beanie Weenie is the first popular New Orleans dance, and it's a dance that everybody can do. And so that's what I'm on. That's what I'm pushing on. You got to think about this. That's why I say I know I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. You know what I'm saying? But fate without works is nothing. I put in the work and I put in the hard work. I say this to say that. I'm known for bounce dancing. I don't shy upon people. Say, you a bounce dancer? I'm like, yeah. I get paid for it. I got paid a lot of money for it. But I stopped that bounce, not to say stop bounce dancing, took a break and took over another genre of dancing, line dancing, on accident. Because I went viral line dancing.
Right.
For the last 5 years, I'm getting booked in line dancing. But bounce dancing is my love, bounce music. I just feel like I was born to dance to it. Because it just came naturally. So now, Take 4 came at me. You want to bring back the Beanie Weenie. Of course, DJ Jubilee brought out the Beanie Weenie night, first time, 1992, Stop Pause. So that feeling, that time from 92 all the way to 2000, that was a good time. You don't need no dance talent to hit the Beanie Weenie. You can hit the Beanie Weenie, sit down on the chair. Oh, you know what? You just hit the Beanie Weenie. So bringing that back, and big shout out to my dog, Big Fave. He called me, you know, him and Chopper, they was talking. He was like, bro, we honoring Jubilee. bro, it would be nice if you come and perform the Beanie Weenie. I say, bet.
Right.
Say less. Nothing. And that feeling what I got at West Jeff alumni picnic, high school alumni picnic yesterday, bro, bro, I like the
I saw
energy.
you, boy.
You had to be
Listen,
there. I'm telling
listen,
you, it was
bro.
different, bro.
It was nuts, man. Like it's crazy. Like that, I just then what's the word? Nostalgia. Like I'm bringing that feeling back, and everybody was into it. And not just about not talking about the amount of people. I'm talking about the people that was having a good time. People was enjoying themselves because you could have a bunch of people and everybody just looking at each other crazy. That's not a good time to me. Just sitting in the section looking at your phone, that's not a good time to me. People
not.
enjoying themselves,
It's not.
people dancing. It's not even about dancing. You're socializing, you're having fun, catching up with people you haven't seen in a while, whatever. But people was having a good time at West Jeff. And that's the time what I'm used to. That's how we met on the dance floor. He was cold in football, but the power of dance brought us together, if that makes sense.
That boy, whole family dance.
You get what I'm saying? And so, and then also,
They something else.
if y'all don't know, I'm an educator. You know, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, I was talking about it.
Come on.
Tell them
Yeah,
about
I'm a teacher. I'm in the spirit department. I teach at George Washington Carver in the night walk.
Shout out to the night walk.
Shout out to the night walk, and I'm a football coach. I'm a receiver coach over there.
Okay.
And and shout out to Coach Fig, our head coach. We changing the standard at Carver, like we always say, adult culture. It's kids sets the tone for kids culture. So you
About
can't.
to have a new stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
right, that's right.
I just hopefully can't wait till they start chopping the wood, a piece of wood or something.
something going
so
on.
I can see it to believe like, yeah, they got the naming rights, they got everything settled, paperwork and all that. Cool. Start breaking some trees down, chopping. I need to see it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
One tree gotta come
I'm
down.
ready for it. I'm ready for
Something.
it. But also, like, you just tested this because you train athletes. You're a coach. Y'all are part of shaping young men for leaders of tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
On and
Yes,
off the
sir.
field. I ain't
That's
gonna just say
right.
about football because you're teaching them about life.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why I
Yeah.
love football
Yeah,
too, because
Skip.
football teach you every phase of life as a man, as a young man growing to be a full-fledged man. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And so we always be like, adult culture sets the tone for kid culture. I'm not gonna ask you to do what I wouldn't do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Instilling you discipline, being on time, playing for a person you might not like or care about. Because everybody you play with, that ain't your friend.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But we here to accomplish a goal. We got a goal at task. Whether you're on whatever side of the ball, you're on offense or defense. So it teaches young men to prioritize something, play for something that's bigger than you, because it's not about you, it's about the team. Even if you're a star player, it's still about the team, even though you're the key factor on that team. You get what I'm saying? So it's just, I love that shaping young men to our leaders of tomorrow, and I appreciate you guys, because y'all doing the same thing, and y'all part of an amazing staff. Y'all, you played on the highest level. I went to college. You know, I didn't pursue my career at college, but I was blessed to also have a football college.
You was at,
So I graduated, when I say no, I graduated class of 2006, but my senior year was Hurricane Katrina.
yeah.
So I played. I had to go to Southern Lab
Southern Lab.
with my dog Chad Jones.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Got play ball, did my thing. They didn't win a game until New Orleans dudes touched the field. I played with Dalvin Bro, who played for the Saints.
That's right.
Certified his brother,
Guessing.
Lionel Bro. You know what I'm saying? We all was on the field together. We shined, did our thing. Long story short, I was blessed with a football scholarship to Louisiana College. That was one of my only fools.
I knew it was one of them.
That was
yeah.
only one of my fools because, of course, I had a lot of partials. But
Partial.
I was 5'4", playing slot receiver. I was good, but of course, why would I get a 5'4" receiver? Now I can get a 6'4" that's doing the same thing. Make sense?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so
yeah.
I just took the full. I wasn't naive. I wasn't crazy. I'm going D1. I never was like that. I knew what I was working with. So played up there, got in some trouble. Ball. I was like, man, I got to be my people. I left Louisiana College and I transferred to Southern.
That's right.
Played at Southern, played a year and a half. I just left it alone. I was trying to focus on my dance career, and I got my degree at Mass Comm, concentration broadcasting.
No, that's crazy. We finishing the same thing.
We finished
That's
the
why I
same
finished
thing.
at LSU. That's
It
crazy.
is crazy
And
'cause-
CL too.
Broadcast
Yeah.
journalist.
So it actually, like, I needed a major with the least amount of math classes. I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I had a better grade in math in college than high school. Not
Still
because
had
I
to
couldn't.
take statistics.
You know what I'm saying? Not because I didn't want to. I just didn't really apply myself. And I was
Right.
an honest and all that kind of stuff. But you know, I'm focused on balling. I'm a football player, man. I need no trick. I don't need this in life. Like, you know, I used to be like that. But you know, but still just applying myself. But also instilling to my kids, like, whatever your circumstances is, that don't determine you. You determine what your outcome is. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, whether it's in school, in football, in life, yeah, I want to win, of course. But, you know, being a competitor, we want to win. But at the end of the day, though, be right, be a good man. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to one day have kids, you're going to one day have a family, you're going to have to fight for something bigger than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So start now.
Start now.
Start now. And I appreciate you guys because you guys been doing. I've been coaching. People don't know I've been coaching for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Football has been a passion of mine. But I started the teacher thing 7 years too. So, you know, and that's just out the blue. Right before COVID. You're just bored. I was home from tour. I was like, man, I need something else to do before I go back on tour.
Crazy.
Started off as subbing, just subbing. And kind of got good at it a little bit, and then they hired me on to teach. I was at Young Audience, so it'd be right. And then I went to, now I'm at Carver.
Okay.
So, you know, coming from St. Aug, but St. Aug helped me shape me for the man I am today. That's what people don't understand. Yeah, it's an all-boys school, but it's a brotherhood at the end of the day. And there's a lot of dudes that come from the projects that change to be better men. You know what I'm saying? Going to that school. Now, you can make it at any school. Let me not take that. You can make it at any school. It's up to you as a person. But being at an all-boys school, you don't see no girls. All you can do is focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about girls running around and all that kind of stuff.
My cousin now.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you start off at Catholic school.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So, you know.
I started off at a Catholic school.
Yeah.
I went to Epiphany in the 7th wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's throwback
It
now.
did help going to Shaw from a discipline standpoint
Yeah,
when
discipline.
I got to Jeff. Because I had to take I didn't tell you, I had to take all of the steps of the leap. I had to take every level.
Every level.
At that one grade
Mm-hmm.
where everybody else was able to take it freshman, sophomore, because I switched. So, yeah, you're right with that, Skip.
Well, I'm going to bring you back again, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you another time we ran across each other. I just happened to pull up on a steak man. He outside doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
We was on Tyler Donna Uptown, and you was actually teaching a line dance class.
You bring it back, baby.
And I asked you again. I said, you still dancing, huh, bro? And so tell us, what got you into teaching? Because it's one thing to dance, and it's one thing to talk on TV, and it's one thing to know your own self, but to actually teach other people. And now we know that you teach young men as well as adults, because you had a lot of adults in that class.
Most definitely.
How did you transition to teaching adults line dancing? Because we know you're one of the best bounce dancers in the city.
Long story short, I went viral 2023 doing a Curious line dance. So people don't. So we remember Caesars used to pop on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Captain Charles. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
No
Captain
doubt.
Charles.
No doubt.
So I used to be dancing with Frida coming home from tour. When I used to come home from tour, I used to go to Caesars on Tuesdays. It's an early crowd. You know, the first hour you get in free.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
free seafood.
Free seafood. I don't eat seafood like that, but at the end of the day.
Me either.
But we used to in there, Captain Charles played songs, and it'd be maybe about 25 to 30 of us used to line dance. And these are line dances made for, line dances made for older people. That's what it's made for, but younger people are doing it now. But I'm saying the age group, 35 plus.
Right.
And so it was a lot of older folks on the floor. And honestly, I was learning from them, but I catch on fast. Make a long story short, I've been line dancing, got better and better. Now you're doing the same dances. I'm doing the same dances for 10 plus years. So obviously, you know what I'm saying? It's muscle memory. Fast forward, I went viral 2023 at Mama's Kitchen in La Place.
Okay.
Doing Curious line dance. I didn't make that dance up, but I made it popular. I made it popular. Went viral. People started inquiring. People started asking. As people started booking.
Right, quick. Like, the internet shows you everything. I remember because it was a few at first. Then, you know, you got another big class. And you got another big class. I'm like, man. And then even when Chopper style, when the Saints started doing the motorbike,
when they
I
brought
remember
him back.
you jumped in with Chop.
Yeah.
Chop asked me to come. He was like, bro, you still dance? Well, I haven't one dancing with Frida at the time. He like, you still dancing with him? Yeah, I'm still with him. He said, bro, you want to come dance with me? I'm doing the Chop, I'm performing for the Saints and all that. I was like, bet. Cool. And when the Washington Redskins game, 2019, when Drew Brees broke that record, threw it to Traquan Smith. I'm a Saints fan if y'all didn't know.
I was there.
They played Chopper style in the building. That was the first step. But when Teddy Bridgewater did it in the locker room,
That's right. That was a wrap,
that
dog.
set it off. And from there, Chopper was on the road. Back on the road. He was booked, and God bless him.
Busy.
And that song been out almost, you want to say 25 plus years.
Wow.
I told him and Baby Boy that, dog, them boys got long running hits, bro.
Like, literally. And so Chopper asked me to dance, and I was blessed. Another thing, I performed with Chopper the halftime show of the game the Saints got cheated with the Rams. That was a good performance, but it still haunts me to this day.
Haunts all of us, brother.
Only because
Haunts
it
all
hurts.
of us.
It hurts me even more because we on the side, like we right there. So it's like you ain't gonna call that.
Right there.
Oh my God.
You ain't gotta remind me.
And that dude is you.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
Tommy Lee look like I'm like,
Yeah, that's
like,
you.
Right.
you ain't gonna like you know how we felt when we want to do that, ref. Like you know what I'm
Wanted
saying?
to reach out and
Re-
touch somebody.
what? So it's just like that. That's all good memories. But I'm saying, look, I've been blessed, bro. Like you know, being an entertainer, it just having having a professional career as a dancer. Because people dance all the time, but having a professional career and doing what our culture does. So I want people in New Orleans, because we are bounce, we are jazz, we are second line, but we do it so all day, every day, and you see it every day of the week. We probably don't take it serious because we see it so much, like out of towners do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just like bounce music, you hear it every day, or you hear it when you go out. People don't take it, but when other people from out of town make hits and bounce music, we dancing like it's a new thing. I'm like, what the?
That yeah.
Like,
and Skip really have been holding it down for the
for
culture
sure.
for a
You know
long
what I'm
time. I know
saying?
we're saying that stuff, but it's to me, like when you think of, all right, this is the art of it, you gotta look at Skip, bro. Because like I said, we gotta hold it. We was on stage yesterday, we was all hitting it.
Hitting the
And by the way,
beam.
Jubilee was hitting it, dog. He was doing
hitting
it, bro.
Jew was hitting it.
And I'm sure it's a great feeling for Jubilee because
That was crazy.
one thing about music, music brings you to where you were at that time in that moment. That's why I can always remember the times that we ran across each other and what was going on. And I want to take this moment to give Jubilee his flowers because
Most
believe it or
definitely.
not, I was around when Stop Pause came out, and there was times where they played that song back to
Back to
back
back.
What?
in the club,
Boy.
and we
I
screaming
was-
out, "Don't play that no more," because
Shoot.
everybody is drenched in sweat.
I was 4 years old when that song came out. 4, but I remember it like yesterday.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir.
4 years old, Stop Pause, Get the Gat, Hustler, all those like some.
That little
But-
that was a run.
But that was a run. But that was the times. That's the times I grew up on. That was good times for me because our family. Even though I'm from the East, my mom and dad from the Magnolia, so we still have family that's still living there. We used to go to the DJs, go to DJs in St. Thomas, go to like. So you see it. I'm seeing it as a child, like, oh wow.
The East do feel far, bro. I'm
Like,
telling
it,
you.
like you know what I'm saying? But you know, so
We lazy in New Orleans.
yeah, no,
Yeah, we-
That's why.
But just remembering those times, bro, and doing the Beanie Weenie, and yesterday performing the song, and everybody like really participating and enjoying it, like man, that like put a smile on my heart. And so what I say this, whatever you do, but I'm gonna just speak from a dancer aspect. We come from different backgrounds. We come from different walks of life. We got families, we got our own families. You know what I'm saying? But through the power of dance, we speak the same language.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Or let's put a coach in. Power of football coach. As a coach, we speak the same language.
That's right.
So whatever you do, whatever you take serious in, and you have a person that does it, learn from that person. Especially if he or she's good at their craft. You know what I'm saying? And more, I'm bringing like Faith, they're bringing the New Orleans greats and New Orleans legends together. But I always had to fight to feel like to find my spot. Because I've been an artist for like, shout out to my manager, Big Melvin Foley, another staple, another legend in New Orleans who managed almost every major artist. Free the Chopper, Baby Boy, Fifth Wall Weavy, Josephine. He didn't have everybody. He had all the hot boys except for Lil Wayne. Like, you know, so he don't get enough flowers. He from the West Bank, from Monroe too. So I really rock with the West Bank, like big time. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like all of us come together as one. Because if we stand on a united front, New Orleans can't be messed with, dog.
That's right. We looked like Atlanta yesterday.
We did.
I
I'm
wanted to say that
telling
we
you.
really look like Atlanta. And,
telling you.
and shouts out, not the Falcons, probably.
No, I understand. The
Music,
settlement.
yeah.
But the way they usually unify and get behind each other.
And that's the difference.
And
That's the
big
difference. That's the
ups to
difference.
Skip.
That's the difference.
Skip didn't hesitate. Chop didn't hesitate. Baby Boy didn't hesitate. Million Bags, Mac. These dudes about to go on tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they all, because they saw the greater good, is like, hey, it's for Jude, dog. Like, we got it. We on now. We got to do this, yeah?
You know, I just want to shout out both of you brothers because y'all did something very important before you got on the stage. I saw y'all stand in a circle and y'all prayed over the situation.
Most definitely.
And I do believe that was the reason why it was so much harmony and so much reminiscing of what transpired yesterday. And I'm very proud of both of you young men. And I want y'all to continue doing what y'all do. Just next time, you know, had it old Charger in the background, you know, not necessarily booted up, but with his own food to stand on.
Yeah, you was way over yonder somewhere.
Let me ask y'all, describe your life. What word would it be?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. What about you, Faye?
Surreal, bro.
Surreal.
Yeah.
Mine would be consistent.
Yeah.
Because I stayed the course and I believe in what I do, so I consistently elevated. I consistently believed in what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because first and foremost, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in what you got going on, believe in your skills, all this other stuff don't matter.
That's right.
First of all, people can tell you, oh, man, you cold in football. You man, see, you nice. And you like, man. So,
You don't
like, you don't
believe it,
care. Like,
Right.
it will go to waste. How many people you seen that let their talent
Oh,
go to
yeah.
waste? And whatever they do.
2 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? So, me being consistent and believing what I do, consistent, not giving up, like pushing. Like, you got to understand, bro. Like, coming, like, me dancing for freedom and just fighting for me, man, I'm a regular dude. I'm not gay. So just saying, like, people thinking I'm gay, like, I had to fight for that. Like, literally, like, man, stop playing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, and with people, it makes me upset and mad because I'm like, we from New Orleans, bro. You didn't seen gangsters pop on their head and pop on their handstand.
Sure, off defensive lineman.
No, I'm saying, but they wasn't a part of the LGBTQ community. That was just what we do. That's what we do. It wasn't no knock. It wasn't no, like, it wasn't looked upon, frowned upon, like, oh, he less than a man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Saturday Night Fever. They never played with John Travolta. They never played with it.
Facts.
Listen. R.I.P. to Willie Puckett, God rest his soul. Willie Puckett was a monkey on a stick.
Yeah.
Do the monkey on a stick. I'm just saying.
And he
but
used
you
to
hit
tear 'em
that,
up,
and
too.
he was cold with it, like he had that energy.
The dudes could dance.
Like
bro.
dudes could dance. But
All
I'm
the
saying,
New Orleans, was just our
dude,
culture,
literally
bro.
catch the wall.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My dog, Baby Boy the Prince, literally.
Paulie.
Literally, my first time almost seeing him dancing, because I used to hear about him, because he was kind of the Willie Puckett on the West Bank. You know what I'm saying? For his name-wise. Like, he was talking literally at a party. And I'm just saying, not going, that's my dog. You catching the wall, hitting that bit on his tippy toe. Not shaking like a girl, but tippy toes how we used to do. But he doing his thing. But I'm just saying, that's what we did back then.
Yeah.
I never caught the wall, but that's what a lot of people did.
Shoot,
and we
I did
having
the
fun.
swiggle wiggle, the Till Buck swiggle wiggle.
A lot of people don't understand the history of bounce. Bounce really originated from the gangsters of New Orleans.
It was
like
gangster
Big
music.
Heavy and them and
Soulja Slim.
Soulja
Rumors.
Slim.
And it was about making the girls dance.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Follow
never
response.
about anything else but making the girls dance. And I think, the younger generation, obviously, Frida and other cats have blown up with it. But bounce really originated with the gangsters and Rumors
UNLV.
making the girls UNLV making the girls
Man,
dance.
Fresh
Yeah,
keep
man.
playing that song.
Come on.
Oh,
Jazzy
oh,
B.
oh,
But bounce was back then was gangster music.
Oh, for sure.
Before
For sure.
before DJ Jubilee.
For sure.
DJ Jubilee
That's
brought
right.
the dance element to bounce.
Right.
If
That's
that
right.
makes sense.
Shouts out to
Everybody
Jube.
think about this, get the gat. That ain't talking about nothing positive. That's about getting your
Yeah.
Shouts out to Pimp Daddy.
shout out
And Lil Elk.
the Lil Elk and Pimp Daddy. I think he was the coolest in the 90s. Pimp
I
Daddy
do
was
as
cold.
well.
Pimp Daddy was
Come on,
cold.
Pimp Daddy is
about
I
that.
do
He
as
brought a
well.
whole nother flavor. You understand
Tim
me?
Smooth.
Tim Smooth was cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the history of bounce. But I'm just saying I think
DJ
that
Jimmy.
DJ another one.
Project Bounce.
Project, but I think the influctuation of the LGBTQ community is like, oh, hold on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't care, because I used to dance. I used to cut up to the Katie Ray Titty Bop. Baka redo. Baka redo.
When,
You know what I'm saying?
Frida did that walk with it.
what-
You walk with a dip, with
No,
a dip,
before
yeah.
that, I got that gin in my
Oh,
system.
When
Somebody
they put that music
down.
Soul Child behind that. Nah.
R.I.P. to Magnolia Shaw.
Magnolia Shaw. But what I'm saying is, we used to dance to all that. No one tripping.
Right.
And that's what yesterday was
Well,
about.
that was
dog.
before cameras was everywhere.
True,
So
true,
they didn't know that
true.
it was going down in Rumors and
And what-
Whispers. It was going down in all these places that
And-
gangsters really played this music to make the girls dance.
And shout out before we leave, my dog Big Chew, because he the one who's discovered me and put me in the game. He don't
facts.
get it.
Shout
He don't
out
get
Big
it.
Chew.
He don't get his flowers enough. Like he
Shouts
put me in
out
the game.
Chew.
Like he's one of the godfathers that style of dance that I do, bounce dancing that I do. And so what element of him, partner Slim Stunner. My name's Game Over Skip because he started a group called the Game Over Boys.
That's right.
So that's how I got my name, Game Over Skip. So him and his partner Slim Stunner started Game Over, and then they was doing their thing. 2000, 01, 02, 03, and then after that, he started the Game Over Boys. I was originally the fourth member, but then after that, I added my three partners on, Sonic, G-Money, and Shady.
That's right.
And so it was originally me, Rob, Peppy, Perry, you know what I'm saying? That was the original folk, but I added my partners on too, so it came 7. And we was like, think about you. So I never really practiced. So I say if I practice, I think I'll be a much better dancer than what I am. And I still think I'm good. It was freestyling. So, but think about the Golden State Warriors 2017 with KD. It's like you going against that every day. In the street, just playing around. This is how you got good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, so when we came time to the skating ring, it's like, boy, you about to get punished.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the skate ring, that's like the mecca of,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? But our era, we
Yeah.
had the talent shows. We used
right.
the talent shows. So all that, man, we used St. Aug talent show, Kennedy talent show, Surgery talent show, like, you know what I'm saying? 35 Explosion. Like,
McMahon.
man, that's the feeling
Yeah.
that I was like, ooh, I wish I want that back, boy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, just a little time.
Watch
Bring
the-
it back,
watch the-
Skip.
back.
Bring it back,
We're in the
Skip.
studio right
Old
now.
Perry
Watch
Walker
this-
dance.
watch this
Come
man.
on.
Oh, I used to cut up at y'all that Lord,
Come
call
on,
dancing.
Perry
But look,
Walker.
they couldn't see you because it was so dark
It
up
was
in
dark.
that thing.
It was dark. It was dark.
Man, yo, we could go all night.
All
I ain't gonna
day
lie
long.
to you.
Yeah.
And Skip, you were very motivating, bro. I usually
Very.
ask you to talk to the camera about like to motivate the next person, but your whole interview
Was pure
was
motivation.
pure motivation. But I do want you to promote that single, Beanie Weenie, right
Come on.
there, baby. Hello.
I'm gonna hit that.
Hello, somebody. You know what it is you do, Game Over Skip. Listen, my new single out, Hit the Beanie Weenie, out on all streaming platforms. Shout out to Take Full Records. I want you to get it, love it, absorb it. We bringing it back. We hitting the Beanie Weenie. Go get that. What you got on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, it don't matter. Beanie Weenie is the wave, Beanie Weenie is the dance. I got the beat that make you move your feet, and I mean that. Whoop.
High
Hey,
with the
beanie,
beanie,
get low with your beanie,
beanie, walk with your beanie, now dip with your beanie.
And let me tell you, you
Come
two,
on.
you two fellas, before we go. So I want you to stay consistent, but I also want you to stay persistent. Tell you the difference. Tell you the difference. What y'all doing right now? Y'all showing a level of consistency. Things are going well. Things are moving. You consistent people coming. They wanna your platform is growing. Like, oh, they hearing about you. They hearing about Inside the Trenches. They doing it. They doing it. They doing it. And I had that same energy with stuff not going right. I need you to be persistent.
Right.
Oh man, people they feel like, man, y'all, yeah, it's whack now. Y'all ain't got the same type of traction. Things ain't moving. Y'all two not agreeing on terms. Y'all two not seeing eye to eye. Or people saying this, people saying that. That's when you know you about to make it. That right there. So when you stay persistent, because anybody can be consistent when things going well.
Right.
Oh man, people things moving, things flying, we making money, we we getting invited here, we
But
getting
when that
invited there,
rain
whatever.
come.
Right.
But
Can't stand
persistent.
the rain.
Persistent when things not going well. Will you have that same level of ambitious, that same level of go get it, or we still gonna fight? That's the difference. And I want y'all to stay persistent because there ain't gonna always be good days. But guess what? It's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing come between what y'all got going on individually and collectively. Because a lot of things, a lot of empires fall because people can't see how to act over petty stuff.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? But it's not saying y'all gonna agree on everything because that's just life.
Right.
We men. So
Right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all right, how can we come to common ground? Whatever it is.
That's right.
So continue being consistent. I'm proud of y'all because I always wanted to be on
Thank
this
you, brother.
platform.
I'm glad you
I
finally
wanted to
got
come
Skip
to-
We always
on
wanted
here.
to get you
I always
on,
want to
baby.
be on this platform. But for me to y'all, because I always want to give people that I see that got a chance to make it, be persistent. We don't have that enough in New Orleans. Be persistent. When things not going well, when it's rainy days, when stuff not going right, still have that same level of tenacity, still have that ambition, still have that go get it, and still get up and go, and still feel the same way how y'all feel about this podcast, about each other. Keep that same energy when stuff not going well. And that's my words of encouragement, and that's my prayer. That's what I want for y'all, because I see y'all taking this really, I think y'all don't even see what I see, you know what I'm saying? But y'all smart enough, grown men and young men, y'all gonna see it. Because y'all could take this inside the trenches, mean everything. It don't have to be just about sports. It could be in the projects. It could be in the hood. It could be this. You interviewing, you inside the trenches. But what y'all talk, especially sports, y'all go around every high school, bro. Go around every high school, not just a high school game of the week. Go around, interviewing all the upcoming players, all the upcoming teams. Y'all can have the podcast, inside people gyms. Like, y'all really make this a thing. And I saw this for y'all, and I think I mentioned this to
You
both
did.
of
And
y'all.
you
And
did.
that's what I
Now the
see.
whole
You
world knows
what
about
y'all
that.
did.
doing.
You
Like, you know
did.
what I'm saying?
You
People
did.
homecoming coming up. I'm just saying, my school, St. Aug, Carr, Old Perry Walker, West Chef, whatever, Carver. Like, take it there.
You might get them big favorite friends pop out, baby. You never
Take
know.
it there. Take it there. Inside, y'all need to be at the high school games. I'm talking about broadcasting.
Yeah.
All what's going on. I'm talking about on some play plot if y'all can. Not every game, but you know, I'm just saying.
we can
But
hook it up, all things are possible.
homecoming week.
Friday Night Light.
Homecoming week. Game of the week.
Right.
Yep.
Y'all need to be like a part of that. Whatever it is, I'm not telling you how to do what y'all do, but y'all just need to be a part of it.
Y'all heard that on ESPN
So,
Baton Rouge, right?
come on.
Yeah, my
So-
staff that working back there in
Come on.
Baton Rouge, y'all
So,
heard it.
and that's
Well,
just
look,
because it's time to grow and it's time to elevate. So that's what I see. It's on y'all timing, but I'm just telling you what I see.
No,
So,
and I'm taking your
appreciate that,
visit,
brother.
man. Now, Skip, thank you so much for your passion. Look,
For
y'all,
real.
shouts out to Game Over Skip. Remember, follow him at Game Over Skip. And
Yep.
y'all don't go nowhere, baby. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We got V-Script joining us next. It's Inside the Trenches right here on ESPN Baton Rouge.
And I
Hello,
mean
somebody.
that.
Dentro
Thank
de
y'all,
las
bro.
trincheras.
Come on, get us.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Everybody, welcome back to Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Fave Favorite. And like I tell you all the time, when you're having a good time, time just happen to fly by. Got a little sweat on me. I had to hit the beanie weenie on the
Right
break.
quick. Right quick.
See, I'll hit the little light beanie weenie real quick. But
Light one.
it's a New Orleans affair, man. We just had Skip in here. Shouts out to Skip. Shouts out to TYRON for coming by, dropping off the gear. And our next guest really is no stranger to at least the people on the show, right? Right here from the West Bank of New Orleans, our next guest has worked with Chris Brown, T.Y. Dollar Sign, up for Grammys, songwriter, producer. Our next guest is none other than V-Script. V-Script, welcome to Inside the Trenches,
Yo,
baby.
what up? What up?
Yeah, man.
Believe that.
So last time I had him was at the Music Con, so it was like a little quick interview. So this the real sit down right here.
Come on.
V-Script
Yeah.
is a lot of history we got, but I want to start here, brother.
Yeah.
Who's the coldest, Drake or Jay-Z?
Oh, wow.
Man, why you put me on the
putting for
See
real?
what I'm doing?
Why put me on the spot?
I ain't gonna, look, no. I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna throw him on the spot like that. This is what I'm gonna do. Which, in the last few years, which artist, in your opinion, now this is a songwriter here, from a songwriting perspective, we're gonna leave Jay-Z and Drake out of this. Who's an upcoming artist you really like?
I like Gunna.
Okay, elaborate.
I like how Gunna, it's like a wave. I always call him like the hip hop Sade. It's like trap Sade, it's ride music. I like how he was, he beat the odds. He beat the odds, came back. I think Gunna had probably like one of the greatest rebrands of all time.
That's important.
Like he came out, you know what I'm saying? He separated himself from YSL and he rebranded himself into an athlete. Now look at the product now. It's luxury. It's Under Armour. It's working out. It's like he has transformed beyond rap. You know what I'm saying? So like, and the music match it. The music has the feeling. The music has the taste. It's yacht music. It's ride music. It's smooth. It's like trap Sade with taste.
That's fire. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Now look, the Jay-Z and Drake thing from us, dog, we big fans of them boys, so that's what we always talk about.
Yeah.
So you don't know the history of that, but this been since high school.
Well, speaking of big fans, I want to bring it back to the old days, brother. I want to bring it back to the days where me and you were staying in Algiers. And I'm going to remind you of a conversation that we had, and you spoke to me about actually moving to Atlanta. I'm thinking about moving to Atlanta.
Yep.
And I told you, go for it, baby boy. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. So with all that being said, it's just letting people know how far we go back.
Yeah.
With all that being said, brother, how did you transition from living in Atlanta, songwriting in Atlanta, to taking it overseas to Africa and doing the things you're doing in Africa? Because trust me, you know your big brother see it.
Nah, so pretty much I want to say it was during COVID. It was like after I was doing a lot of R&B and stuff like that. And so when COVID hit, it just was like a lot of the same vibe. Like especially like when you have trends in urban music, like around that time was a lot of toxic R&B. So everybody wanted to be toxic. It was like around the time when Summer Walker came out. So like she set the vibe. So it was like a lot of stuff was like trap soul. It was the same sequence, same frequency. You know what I'm saying? So when COVID hit, I want to say at the end of quarantine, at the end of quarantine,
Probably like 21.
21 going to 22. So one of my good friends, Ross, who recently passed away, he's from South Africa, and so we did a writing camp in South Africa. So I got invited to this writing camp, and so when I got invited to this writing camp, I was able to create in South Africa. So I was able to be around the culture. It took me back to like 2000s here. You know what I'm saying? It was my first time going, and when I got time to spend out there, I was able to go to the club, go to the different lounges and see that people are dancing. Like it wasn't no who got the best section contest.
Right.
Well, who's popping the most bottles? So it kind of remind me of the Dreams over the Rays over the River days.
for sure.
Yeah,
when
for sure.
so it was like a different frequency. It was like almost like how we was moving when Partners in Crime and just even think about your mainstream like T-Pain, The Dream. That's that 2007, 2008 when Dreams.
Yeah.
Rays over the River, 360.
360.
Oh, that was a
So
time,
it
boy.
took me
It
back.
was.
It took me back to that because I haven't seen that in a while. Because now, I always think like, fast forwarding like in this era, when we got into the pill popping era, it changed the frequency.
Yeah.
Everybody became like, you get what I'm saying? So
I'm
everybody
picking it up,
became
yeah.
zombies.
Right.
So when they moving, they're not dancing. It's downers instead of uppers. You know what I'm saying?
Great way to
So
put
that
that.
dictate that was showing with Future, like all this stuff was doing. So it's like it's just not you just standing with the shades on and you
Right.
just gleaming, you drinking, and then lean, you throw lean. All those things dictate how we move to music, and then I think about it, the rappers that was doing it influenced the music they made. So when I went to South Africa, it was energy. So I was shocked because I ain't never think I would see that again. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody was dancing, like the whole club dancing. If you wasn't dancing, they're looking at you like something wrong with you.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody standing on couches trying to show off the outfit. Everybody in there having a good time. And it took me back to like 2006, 7, 8, that era.
And it's crazy. I'm thinking back to like when you and obviously working with Rance over the years, writing with him, y'all's hits here locally in New Orleans, but just how your pen matured over the time too. Just being me and you, just your homies right here. So now
Right.
I've seen Miss Runway Girl for me, Che and Rance, to now writing on Chris Brown's albums.
Right.
What helped you transition like that? How were you able to evolve with your pen like that?
For me, it's always been, when I first started out for Rance and stuff, I was always compare our music to industry, to like Usher, to like Kels. And if it didn't blend, I would always say, if we can't play this song behind this song, we're not there yet. So that was the goal. That was the standard for me, because I always thought I didn't think regional.
Right.
I'd always thought industry. So like, so I think when I wrote Hey, and when I was writing like Nobody for Rance, I did it by accident. Like I didn't know I didn't know the formula. I did the formula by accident. So then when I moved from New Orleans to Atlanta, I perfected the formula because I was around other seasonal writers that was already in the industry.
Right.
So being able to go to different sessions, collaborate, so I didn't even know that exists. You know what I'm saying? Until I moved to Atlanta, it was like a whole community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So so now when you get into the business side of it and you go into these different studios and different labels running the studio, so you might go to a camp that Atlantic Records throw. So and it'd be like some of the top songwriters. So it was cool because I got to see how everybody cooked their food. You know what I'm saying? So I took what I liked and what I didn't like. And then at that
made
time,
it up.
when I was in New Orleans, I was writing on the pad. I wasn't writing on the mic. I wasn't laying melodies down. I was just going what I felt. When I wrote Hey and I wrote Nobody, that's just me writing on the pad and not exploring. Like I'm just going with the first melody that come up in my mind. But when I got to Atlanta, when I was able to see how people lay melodies down, like they'll freestyle the melody and then go back in and glue everything together. So you'll do like more than one take. You'll do like 5 takes, right? But then in one take, you might have the best melody for the hook. And in one take, you might have the best melody for the pre-hook. Then in one take, you might have the best melody for the verse, and then you glue it together. And then that's how the songs became stronger. So when I perfected that, and shout out to my guy B Hess, my guy Dominic, that was the first 2 people I saw do that when I moved to Atlanta, and they opened their arms to me. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw them do that, that's when I knew it was another level. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that. I had to learn how to lay melody down, because the stronger your melody is, like you could be going blah 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 on the record, but if the melody is strong and catchy, it's gonna pop off. Right. So yeah, that was what I was focus driven. So I would say when I moved to Atlanta, melodically, I got way better.
Well, I would have to agree because I followed you since those apartments we lived at in Algiers.
Yeah.
So you know I've heard everything. I've listened to everything. I've even noticed you working with her. Tell us, CLC, what's down?
No, her. Like when I think of artists I want to work with, she's in that. Her, Tizo Touchdown, Brent Fayez. That's just my list of new artists. Go ahead.
Well, brother, such an amazing time for you to be a part of it all. I just want to focus back on Africa. When you went over to Africa and you got into the rhythmic and the melodic beats of the African culture, how did that affect your writing? Because you just spoke about how Atlanta affected you. How did the African beats and the deep bass and rhythm
It took me back.
affect you?
It took me back to love, because the top line, like they lead with love. Everything they talk about is love. So you know, so coming from where R&B was at the time, where it was toxic, and then going there and experiencing uppers. So it's uppers, right? It's energy, it's melodic, it's energy, so you can move. But then the top line was also love and positivity. So like when you listen to Afro beats, you listen to a lot of Afro beats. When you just break down the bars and the lyrics, it's like 90s R&B. It reminded me of 90s R&B on top of rhythm.
Wow.
So it's like 90s R&B with rhythm, with movement. So that's why I say like, and the key is it still has R&B in it, right?
Yeah.
It's still so when you think about it, like the deadly the amazing combination is you take R&B chords and then you put it on top of Afro drums. So now you don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just feels good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So do you know what I'm saying? Only me and you. Only me and you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you taking all this stuff. So it was taking all these relationships and love, uplifting. So it was more of that than toxicity at that time in Afro. So the more that the song has about love or praising the woman or, positivity or just inspiration, the bigger it is. So that's what I kind of like when I was studying. When I first stepped into the genre, I was studying the cadences, and so I started noticing a lot of the cadences are choppy. Like, put it on the dance on the side, sit on side when you fight, when you ride. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that stuff was like choppy, but then when you go back to it, it was easy because it was like that's what melodic rap was.
Right. Exactly. We was talking about this. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, but it was like melodic. When you think about melodic rap, and then you think about new age, Afro, like Rema, baby, I've been feeling my steez, since I thought she's ease, but if I see, you know what I'm saying, they chop everything. So it was like a flavor, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it's just like everything they did, they led with love, these love songs.
If y'all just tuned in to Inside the Trenches, baby, we joined by V-Script, songwriter, artist, producer, right out of the West Bank of New Orleans, West Jeff grad. Y'all heard us talking about the alumni weekend. He was there representing with his people.
Yes, sir.
It was all love. I want to switch into V-Script, the artist. You and I talked about this as a writer. You like, Fave, I'm not getting behind the mic. I don't have my sound. I don't want to just force that sound. No, I'd rather write this song for this person. But then you went to Africa.
Right.
And this genre that nobody ever heard of because it never existed until you touched it.
Right.
Talk to our viewers about Afrobeat.
Yeah, so pretty much, I always told you, man, I'm not getting behind the mic unless, like, it has to be a real moment for me, right? So I always say my first trip to South Africa was a spiritual moment for me. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I didn't know I needed. You know what I'm saying? So, and it took me back, because I was searching for something. I was searching for this space. I wanted to feel like how I felt before I got in the industry. And it took me back to where I felt like a kid again. Wow, I felt like I was in my mom's in my room at my mama's house making music and not worrying about where it's going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it took me back there. So then it was like, okay, so when I got there, I was like, okay, yeah, it's time now. It's time. I want to experiment. And I want what if we take, so I started recording a lot of Afro beats, right? So then it hit me, I was like, wait. So I was tapping into it, and I said, I have to do something different, right? So I was like, and that's when I called my boy, called Bridges, called my boy Casey. I was like, yo, what if we take, and I started listening to it. I was like, wait, bounce music and Afro, it has the same BPM. It's the same tempo. What if we merged it? And then I'm really from New Orleans. So
For
now
sure.
it becomes authentic to me. So
That's right.
Again.
and then also now if I take this and I merge it, I bridge the gap between Africa and us. You know what I'm saying? And show them that we're just alike. Like when I go to Cape Town, like the downtown look like the French quarters, like the culture, the seasoning and all this stuff. And you know, our culture has a little bit of African in it, you know.
Sure.
It's a mixture, it's a gumbo pot. You know what I'm saying? So so when I wanted to, so after I started cutting a whole bunch of Afro songs, I was like, yo, we need to add some bounce to this. Let's see what we could do, because this can globalize bounce. We could bring it to, like, take two genres and make a fusion. So just like they have Afro house, just like they have, you know, EDM. You know what I'm saying? So now we can have another fusion of Afro beats called Afro bounce. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the concept came, and putting myself into it. Okay, this is my culture, and the two cultures are similar. So let's collide. Let's combine.
Well, you're definitely doing that, brother. You definitely are minimizing the Gulf of Mexico. You're definitely minimizing that Atlantic Ocean, and you're bringing Africa closer and closer to New Orleans. Tell me, baby boy, how does that feel?
Oh, man, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing. I think also, too, just like, you know, Africa is so beautiful, bro. Like, to the point to where, you know, and I think also, too, as Black people, Black Americans, everybody should go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially, like, and then I wanted to show people, like, yo, man, it's not what you see on TV.
Nah.
You know how people, you know, and I had to tell some of my friends, like, forgive us sometimes for being ignorant, because it's like people say this based off of a commercial they see on TV, or when they see something on the news, they only show the bad part. Just like they'll probably only show the slums of Africa, but they don't show the most beautiful part to entice black people or anybody from the States to come and visit it. You know how it is. But then when you watch TV and they show London, they show the most beautiful parts to entice you. When they show Greece, they show Santorini to make you want to go see it, to make you want to go. So, and it was beautiful, because when I went there and then when I posted in my stories, all my friends like, yo, this is Africa? I'm like, yeah, bro, like, this real. It was like, wait, man, I didn't even know what it was like. I said, yo, bro, you got to come. Don't believe what you see on the commercials and TV. Man, this is the best. This is the motherland. It's the best place in the world.
Johannesburg.
That's fire. Man, we got a few more minutes here, V-Script, but if y'all just tuning in, y'all go to Instagram, follow V-Script, go to Apple Music, listen to Chris Brown new album.
Come on.
Hello Somebody. That's my man V-Script. So, what's next in regards to what's your next project? What's the next? I mean, you may not be able to talk to us about the next collaboration in terms of writing, but what's the next move for V-Script?
Keep pushing it. Keep pushing the genre. Project coming out. My project's gonna be coming out in November. I'm dropping it. It's called Summer in Cape Town. Because all the records was inspired from my summers in Cape Town. Like every experience, every song on the project is a memory of a night. It's a memory of a moment. It's a memory of what I was at the moment and the headspace I was in. So it's called Summertime in Cape Town. So dropping the project November, because it's the opposite of us.
Correct. It's cold out there now.
It's cold out there now. So when it's cold here, it's hot there. Summertime there.
Right.
So I'm dropping it November, and we're gonna put it out. It's called Summertime in Cape Town.
Wow.
That's fire. That's fire,
brother. I know what it is to be recognized in New Orleans. You know what it is to be recognized in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Africa is 51 countries. Africa is actually bigger than the United States.
Facts.
What does it feel like, my brother, to be recognized in the continent of Africa?
I mean, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing. I mean, I built, being up there, spending a lot of time up there the past 5 years, man. It's just like second home now. You know what I'm saying? Like the love I get, just the way the people treat me, the way they embrace me. Man, did a couple of deals, signed a few songwriters and producers from there.
Okay.
That's tight.
Giving them an opportunity. So it's not even just about going there, but it's about bringing something to the table. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just bridging the gap. So really trying to bridge the gap. And do the same here. Do the same, home. You know what I'm saying? Like, no difference from what I did at home.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing the same theory up there. You know what I'm saying? And anywhere I go, next, I want to keep moving. I want to keep traveling. And I feel like every creator, you have to do that to get different perspective. And I think, too, you never want to get stuck in a box.
Mm-hmm.
You never want to think regional. Think beyond your region. You know what I'm saying? Music is made from God. And I always say, when you have a gift, your gift is to give.
Yeah.
Gift and giving go together.
It does.
So you gotta keep making room for your gift. So you gotta travel to get different perspective on things, and take that time and don't be afraid to elevate your taste. It's okay to be different. It's okay to try different things. You know what I'm saying? So, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think from a music perspective, always push the envelope, always push it to the next. And, I had the blessings to be around, Dark Child, Rodney Jerkins. That's like my right-hand man. So it's a lot of stuff I took from him that he taught me, that he poured into me. And it's just like, yo, man, you always told me, yo, V, don't be afraid to evolve.
For our viewers, Rodney Jerkins. Now, this is Michael Jackson. You talking about Whitney Houston, Brandy, sitting on top of the world. That's Rodney Jerkins. So, Dark Child, just to put some perspective. Because I had to do a lot of explaining for you this weekend. Brother, who's this guy? That's V-Script. V-Script was, songwriter. That Chris Brown.
Just tell her Google him.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
him Google.
Yeah, legendary, man. West Banker.
Come
Definitely.
on.
Yes, sir.
So, Script, I know
Day one.
they're going to get on my tail in Baton Rouge here in a second because I know we went a little over our time, but we have to have you talk to that camera right there. We do the writers boot camps and all that stuff. It's going to be a new wave. Folks saw you. Chris Brown with Michael Jackson. He leaning on the album. I'm looking at the credits, my guy on it. That didn't come overnight, man. Talk to the person who's trying to be motivated and reach the heights you've reached.
Man, listen. Chase your dream. Don't never tell nobody you can't do it. Manifest everything you want to do. Write it down. Write down. And each day, always find a way to get a close step to your goals. You know what I'm saying? A step closer to your goals. You know what I'm saying? So manifestation, half of this stuff, listen, there's no blueprint to it, right? And remember this too. No one counts how many times you're told no. It only take one yes. One yes changes everything. So me, I always look at my career, I Kobe it. Like I'm taking every damn shot. You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is one shot to go in and win the game. So chase your dream.
Wise words from a cool person, my dog, the fam. You know what I'm saying? V-Script in the building, songwriter, artist, producer, right here from the West Bank of New Orleans to the world. Man,
Literally.
Listen, this is, bro. They gonna fool around, take them from us. We got to go.
He already gone.
No, look, 5 weeks out the year. Shit.
He already gone.
Yep, well, all blessings. And big shout out to all our guests. TYRON for coming on the show. Thursday
Hustle.
Representing, baby. Shouts out to V-Script for coming on the show, hollering at us. We all represent. Shouts out to
International V-Script.
International. The homie Skip, International Skip. Oh, we on International today, Skip. Big ups to him. Check out his new single, Beanie Weenie. And big ups to Gordan, McKernan, injury attorneys. Shouts out to Dr. Kendra over at Health Nut System. Big ups to my homie Thursday Hustle. Hold on, I got some more shots out here. I got to go radio style on it. Yeah, show my man Cups real quick.
Thursday Hustle, baby.
Belita.
And this Saturday, I'll be at the 3rd annual volleyball tournament. It's going to be at Newman High School, honoring Aaliyah Burris. This is the 3rd annual one. It's the 777 Foundation. Shouts out to her family that came through here, representing them for sure. Hey, y'all have a blessed week. Happy Monday. For the folks over here at Loyola, big ups to the production team, our guests,
Tobi,
Nola, Chris. Y'all have a great week. We'll be back next Monday, same time, same place, 6:30, right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.